I'm Zach Clayton, founder of Community Pay It Forward. We've created a unique way to turn everyday purchases into meaningful support for families, nonprofits, and community projects, along with so much more. Here's how it works. When you shop with our giving partners, small businesses and services everywhere, they share a portion of your sales to help people in need at no extra cost to you. It's so simple. Shop, click, and pick. Shop with one of our partners. Click a picture to submit your receipt and pick the cause you want to support. It's a win-win for everyone. Businesses get exposure and communities get the help they need while you enjoy your purchases. With Community Pay It Forward, every purchase has a purpose. Let's make a difference because no one needs to go it alone when we all come together. Does this sound like your life? Scattered, jumping between tasks but never finishing. Saying yes when you want to say no. Avoiding hard conversations and holding it all in. It's time to stop overcomplicating life and turning it into your advantage. Experience T Now, a monthly membership designed to help parents, professionals, and dreamers like you conquer self-sabotage and thrive. Save your spot today. Get early access, a special gift, and start transforming your life. Because no one needs to go it alone when we all come together.
Born into a real fight wasn't right. Where can she dream here? Took a hold of her.
Hey, good Wednesday, everyone. Welcome to Community IMpACT. My name is Zach Clayton, Community Pay It Forward, Community Dare to Care, and the PAC channels. You can get a hold of me by using my For My card, which is right here, covering up 3/4 of my screen because it's gigantic. Wow, that's large. So anyway, it's up here. And one of the reasons why, whoa, and there it goes to disappear. All right. Now we got it about the right size. One of the reasons why For My card is so important today is because we are going to be reloving, we don't say reliving, reloving, an interview I did with Carolyn Williams last year of For My card. And this is so important because of the plain, pure, and simple fact, Carolyn Williams has donated 3 one-year subscriptions to For My card for the Mission for Healthy Heroes this year. So we are going to be giving away 3 one-year subscriptions to a For My card for absolutely free, just for participating and supporting us by donating $10 or more for the Mission for Healthy Heroes. So you know what? Put it in for 3 times and you've got 3 For My cards for your business. So each ticket does cost $10, and once your ticket is picked, or not ticket, once your slot is picked off the giving wheel, your name will be removed. But if you bid, if you've, like, say, donated, we'll just say $50, your name goes on the wheel 5 times. Only one of your name is removed, so you can still win more. We've also got a 10-minute story that is written and performed by our really good friend Santa Papa John. Is your business Santa approved? What does that mean? Well, very simply, do you do good in the community? Are you doing things that help and benefit others? If so, your business should be Santa approved. contact Santa Papa John, another community pay it forward partner, giving partner every time that you make a purchase with Santa Papa John, and you become Santa approved, as long as you are Santa approved, he will donate to the mission of your choice. We also have a couple books that were giving to us by the Travel Channel's own Sean Winnington. I'm just going to call him the Rev. He's still the Rev to me, partly because I don't understand the hierarchy of brother, bishop, whatever it is. I don't understand any of that, and I don't want to get it wrong and find out that what I did was I called him a rook when he was actually a knight. Yes, chess metaphor. I know, poor chess metaphor, but I tried. Okay, so Sean's given us a couple books that we're going to be giving away on some of the spookiest situations he's been in. Then we also have a beautiful, beautiful signed print that we are giving to somebody that we are going to be talking a little bit more about that in the next upcoming days. But he has given us a signed print that as soon as we get the winner for that one, he's going to take and sign it and send it directly to you. So I want to thank everyone for participating in that. You are listening to the Community Pay It Forward Community IMpACT show. Our show is dedicated to helping people in the community, helping businesses become better stewards for their community, and helping nonprofits get their word out. One of the other things that we really want to make sure that we are doing is helping people in any way we can. One of the things that we can, one of the ways that we can do this is by talking about people who are hiring right now. And I've got some really, really good friends who keep that thing back there supplied. Okay. They are here in the Greeley area, but they are looking for a hardworking new employee. And if you are interested in joining their family, they're interested in bringing you on. That's Animal Attraction. Animal Attraction here in Greeley, Colorado. If you love animals, and I know how many of you do, and if you're willing to work hard, they're looking for to start a part-time employee, but this could move up to be something more. I know I've been going there for well over 25 years. I was taking Free Boy there when he was just a cub, and he's in his 30s now. So, but yeah, when I worked at the Smiling Moose, it's insane to think about how long ago that was. That was over 30 years ago. So we have a very, very busy episode. As I've said, we will be reloving the episode where I interviewed Carolyn Williams for My Card from last year. We're hoping to get her back on to talk about any changes or anything else that she's seen happen this year. We're going to have her back on the show. But also, we were finally able to get it done and get the interview with Wendy, the Financial Lion, one of our brand new Community Pay It Forward partners. So I am really looking forward to playing that episode. Community Dare to Care is our outreach. That's a local outreach. Right now, it's local, but we will do whatever we can. We had somebody who contacted us just the other day from Jacksonville. And when you're in a terrible situation, folks, the most obvious things become something of difficulty. Looking something up because you're thinking of everything that's going wrong in your head. So having somebody to be behind you and kind of helping you put the pieces into place a little bit is necessary, and we don't mind being those somebodies. We've also had somebody come in recently who and experienced some of the horrors of human trafficking, and we were able to help her get her life back on track. This isn't me trying to pat myself on the back. This is me just trying to tell you what you in the public can do to help us continue to do things like this. And one of the things is tell us about jobs that you have open. Help by donating money or clothing, whatever. We never sell any of the items. I'm not a thrift store. I don't like shopping. I don't want to be with you when you shop. Our goal is, if you need it, we want you to have it. If you can afford to donate to us when you come and pick up clothing, by all means, we can do that too. But right now, our main focus is getting you what you need. We have our event coming up, the Mission for Healthy Heroes. It's coming up in exactly 1 month from today. Today is January 22nd. February 22nd is the Mission for Healthy Heroes. This is our 4th year. The need is still tremendous. And we need you to help us. And a lot of people always ask me, well, why do we do this? Hello, my name is Zach Clayton with Community Pay It Forward, Community Dare to Care, and the IMpACT channels. I'd like to take a real quick minute to tell you why we have created a mission for healthy heroes. First responders are our everyday heroes, rushing towards danger when others step away. But behind the bravery lies a silent struggle with mental health. Research shows that 85% of first responders experience mental health challenges, like depression and PTSD. These conditions are significantly more common amongst them than in the general population. Did you know that 35% of police officers and up to 24% of 911 dispatchers live with PTSD? And tragically, first responders are more likely to die by suicide than in the line of duty. In 2017 alone, 103 firefighters and 140 police officers died by suicide. In comparison, 93 firefighters and 129 officers were killed in a duty. These numbers are heartbreaking, and they highlight the urgent need for mental health support. Yet many remain reluctant to seek help due to the stigma, concerns about confidentiality, and fear of career consequences. Mental health matters. Support our first responders. Together, we can make a difference. Join us on February 22nd for a mission for healthy heroes. Visit communitypayitforward.us/mission for healthy heroes. Or use the QR code above to become a sponsor today. My name is Zach Clayton, and I hope you join us. Thank you. So we're fairly new to produce our podcast. We're fairly new to it, and it's something that I'm still working on. I've already recorded a couple videos today where I had to go back and I had to redo them because, lo and behold, I was muted. So now, that problem that we have had since the very beginning of COVID, to where, people are starting to wear shirts or hold up signs that say you are muted. I'm going to have to take and place like a sticker on top of my screen, check to see if you're muted or not. Now, the reason why, though, I'm muted is ridiculous, because using this program, like using other programs, if I'm playing a video, I can talk and you cannot hear what we're saying. Whoop. You cannot hear what we're saying. But using this program, if you're watching a video and I say something in the background, you can hear what I'm talking about. My wife and I were talking yesterday about our dryer vent when I was recording the episode of Footprints Forward. And we were talking about the problems that we might be having with the dryer vent. And so I'm sitting there, I'm listening to the program, getting ready to do some minor edits to the program. I don't like editing my podcasts. I like them to be real. I like them to be, right on. I like you to know that what I'm saying is what I'm saying. I don't like, saying, oh, I better not say that. And so I take it out. I like to be reactional. I like to, be real, basically. So, but I'm sitting there and I'm listening to it, and then all of a sudden, I hear myself start saying words that I don't like saying on my podcast. No, I'm not. I'm not one that's going to sit there and say, oh, I never say the F word or something like that. Yeah, I do. I say it every once in a while on here. That's fine. When it's appropriate, it's appropriate. But I'm just not one of those guys who feels like you have to say it for effect. There are other words that you can say. As a matter of fact, and I want to bring this up, just as point. The F word is one of those words that you can say in just about every situation. You can use a noun, verb, pronoun, whatever. So a buddy of mine and my dad, we're in Casper, Wyoming for a bike show. At the time, I was working for Thunder Roads magazine, motorcycle magazine. And we were invited to go up there. But so I decided, you know what? I want to take up Darrington cycles. And so we went up there. And took Penny, which was a creation that Logan made. Beautiful bike that was it was one of those bikes that it was so uniquely put together, just made out of a tiny. I think it was a Honda Shadow. Not positive on that. I think it was a Honda Shadow, and there's one of the reasons why I need the background thing. But what he did is he turned this bike into the black and copper look Penny, and he ended up winning a prize on it for one of the more unique bikes. But the night before, Logan, my father, and I were at an adult drinking establishment, and we were partaking in the golf game. I cannot believe Golden Tee. Okay, phew. I was like, God, as much money as I've spent on that game, I cannot believe I can't remember what the name of it was. But we were playing Golden Tee. I used to use DED for my name, DED. It was never Z, Zach Clayton or Zach or any of that. It was DED, dead. Because in teenage years, my best friend Jeff was Bua. How did we come up with these names? We took and we spun a ball and we went do. Mine hit DED. Jeff hit BUA. Bua. I tell my dad this, so he takes and he goes, okay, whatever. He spins it. Hits the button 3 times. The word Qua, Q-U-A, comes up. I just realized this. You have to have a U after Q. and he ended up with QUA, which is awesome. So my father's fun thing followed the rules of the English language, which is really pretty cool. Anyway, so what we decided to do in our adult state, silly adult state, was replace that F word with the word qua. And so now for about 7 years, every time we get together, every once in a while, you'll just hear one of us pop off with qua. What the qua? You know, qua. Something weird. And it's really funny how, we've just taken, and because we just got kind of sick and tired of the overuse of the word. Now, of course, being bikers, every once in a while, we can use that 4-letter F word as a complete sentence. F and 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 F. You really get some weird looks when you start changing that with qua, 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 qua. So people actually kind of think that maybe you're having a stroke. Anyway. Everybody, my name is Zach Clayton, Community Pay It Forward, Community Dare to Care, and the PAC channels. I want to welcome you to Community Impact. We are getting ready for the 4th annual Mission for Healthy Heroes. You are going to be reloving an episode of a couple interviews, and these dogs are going to just kill me today. With it is currently 15 below zero, and they want to go out there, and I will not let them go out there for very long, so they're going to have to wait until I'm done recording here. So please forgive the animals that have little to no brain, because we have to have somebody who can think. But anyway, the reason I've decided that I wanted to play this interview was very important, and that's because the owner of this company, For My Card, is a wonderful partner. Okay, they're one of our wonderful giving partners. Anytime that you make a purchase through For My Card, okay, and you can reach out to For My Card by simply scanning this wonderful, and of course I'm not going to be able to find it this time. There you are. When you scan this code right here, it is my business card. Even if you don't need to get a hold of me for any reason right now, I would like to ask you to please scan this QR code. You can check out the For My Card, because Carolyn Williams, not Carolyn Rasmussen, Carolyn Williams has offered through For My Card to donate 3 one-year memberships to a For My Card. They're $69 values. So 3 individuals are going to win their own first year of For My Card. All you have to do is and we're going to be purchasing tickets. And we're going to be launching that purchasing tickets later on in this show. What it is you're going to take and you're going to go on to the QR code that I'm going to pop back up on the screen here in a minute. You're going to go onto that, and you're going to be able to purchase a ticket. They're $10 a piece, and then it's just going to be, we're going to spin a wheel, and when the winner of this wheel is going to win everything from a fantastic art print signed by the photographer, a For My Card a guest story read by Santa Papa John worth $100 that you can use just to, for whatever you would like. The initial meeting with Santa Papa John is really going to be kind of an eye opener because you get to see all the wonderful things that they can do. And one of the great things that John does is he makes your business Santa approved. And we at Community Pay It Forward are very, very proud to be Santa approved. So there's many reasons why you would want Santa to read a story. And one of the main ones is you can personalize your family and make sure that the young ones in your family see Santa reading a story using their name. There's other things out there. Okay, but one of the things Carolyn is offering are 3 one-year subscriptions to For My Card. Why are we doing this? It's very simple. Hello, my name is Zach Clayton with Community Pay It Forward, Community Dare to Care, and the IMpACT channels. I'd like to take a real quick minute to tell you why we have created a mission for healthy heroes. First responders are our everyday heroes, rushing towards danger when others step away. But behind the bravery lies a silent struggle with mental health. Research shows that 85% of first responders experience mental health challenges, like depression and PTSD. These conditions are significantly more common amongst them than in the general population. Did you know that 35% of police officers and up to 24% of 911 dispatchers live with PTSD? And tragically, first responders are more likely to die by suicide than in the line of duty. In 2017 alone, 103 firefighters and 140 police officers died by suicide. In comparison, 93 firefighters and 129 officers were killed in the line of duty. These numbers are heartbreaking, and they highlight the urgent need for mental health support. Yet many remain reluctant to seek help due to the stigma, concerns about confidentiality, and fear of career consequences. Mental health matters. Support our first responders. Together, we can make a difference. Join us on February 22nd for a mission for healthy heroes. Visit communitypayitforward.us/mission for healthy heroes or use the QR code above to become a sponsor today. My name is Zach Clayton, and I hope you join us. Thank you. So this is such a wonderful product, and I absolutely love it. I never thought that, Carolyn, I would really get a kick out of a virtual card. I didn't realize how useful they can actually be. And now that I'm working with someone else, I've got it on my wrist at all times. I'd like to introduce everyone to Carolyn Williams, great friend of mine. We've known each other now for about 3 years. Can you believe that? It's been about 3 years. So, and she is one of our Community Pay It Forward giving partners. They're also auctioning off 6 months service of a For My Card on our auction, and I want to thank you very much for that. But Carolyn, tell us a little bit about For My Card.
Well, let's go ahead and make it a year. So let's get 12 months out of that.
There we go. You heard it here.
And that it's a digital business card that is constantly current. It is only $69.99. So we still have a printing company. So we purposely keep the price less than a box of business cards so it can be accessible to all, whether it's a large organization, corporation with, that the lockers full of money, or versus someone starting out, with a dream and a truck and a good work ethic kind of thing. So it keep the price less than a box of business cards. and it's the only one that stays brand compliant. So it looks like the actual business card, which is really important for people. If you don't stay brand compliant, someone can take your logo, your colors, so that would be a drag. Yeah, there's yours. And
Yeah,
that's what it looks like on a like a bigger screen versus a phone, because most people are using them on a mobile device.
yeah, but it's great because all you have to do is take and open up your own For My Card, and you can share this with the QR code with somebody. They can scan it, and the first thing it asks you, would you like to add them to your contacts? Very
That's right.
convenient. Very convenient. So they can just put it right there. But this is better than just, okay, well, I got his phone number and maybe his email address. This allows you to put your website, schedule a chat. I love that. You can go and watch our Footprints Forward, Podcasting for All coming together. I need to update that one, don't I? Our thank you to our veterans. And if you buy a digital business card through this right here, 80% of whatever they give us goes to the mission of your choice. You can also find all the program information, mission partner information. But the point is, and we've got a video down here of a PowerPoint and everything. So, I mean, all of our digital media. But the point is that everyone, mine looks like this. Yours doesn't, though, does it?
No. So if you could imagine everyone having your business card, or as they have them, they save. When you add to contacts, the link to the For My Card is saved into the contacts as well. So then you can always pull out somebody's business card. It looks very professional. It keeps it on a professional level. I've heard some feedback that people don't like when they feel like they're being shoved into like a CRM or a pipeline, when they're like, here, and they're sent a web page and fill this out, rather than that. We wanted to keep it as professional. People are used to accepting a business card. It's a very easy thing to do. May I give you my card? Sure. And the only one time in almost 10 years did somebody say, don't text it, email it. But they still accepted my card. And then on the platform, there's other added value. You can make groups. There is a downloadable email signature block For My Card. So we're constantly trying to think, how can we add value and not raise the price? And those are some of the ideas. And we learn a lot from people as they're using it. That initially didn't do all of these things. Initially, just touch to call, touch to email, and looked like the business card. It was a teenager that said, "Can I have a QR code?" I'm like, well, of course you can. Somebody else, I wanted to go directly into contacts. Okay, let's figure that out. So we'll go back to right now they're in the process of creating a new, we call it 3.0, For My Card 3.0 platform, to make it the user experience even easier. But we're here, we answer our phones. This is a family business. We are the people. So if you go to the website, you call that phone number, it's going to make one of our phones ring.
Yeah, and one of the better things with For My Card, as opposed to like Linktree, is very bland. You got links. It's a link tree. That's what it is. For My Card, you get to customize it as you want it seen. One of the things that I've been doing on mine is I kind of customized them to where it looks a little bit like my business card. But what my business card does not do that my virtual business card does is I can touch this phone number all I want and it doesn't make a phone call. Which is a good thing, because this would be hard for me to talk on. But I can touch the email. It doesn't take me to the email. For My Card, however, it does. One of the funny things, and I think you'll get a kick out of this, on my business card is my digital business card. So you can learn more about me by For My Card. So, everything that you need to know. And I connected For My Card to my business card, because their business cards are useful when you're in person sometimes. But,
sure,
there are some people who still like them. I love getting business cards, but I'd really rather connect with people, in which we've got a couple people. Rob Hallman is going to be here a little bit later. He's going to be displaying his For My Card. You're going to see a lot more of these coming through with a lot of the people that we work with. But Caroline, tell me the story behind For My Card. I like this story.
Okay. And thank you for mentioning putting it on print collateral, because we are still printers. It's not like we are anti. And so the QR code is a downloadable art file. It can go any which
Right.
way. I was an incoming president for a networking group, um, um, probably 11 or so years ago. And I wanted to be a really good president. I was on my way to go to a craft store to buy a little hole punch and keychain. So I would get everybody's business card and be able to hand them to visitors and guests, make sure they got out the door, and the people that were in part of this chapter could, grow their business. That's the whole point of these networking groups. My husband's like, could you just wait? Just give me a day or two. I was like, okay. Fine. About 2 hours later, look at your phone, and there was a hyperlink. And when I touched it, the front and back of my business card were sitting on my phone. I was like, what? And I could touch it and would make a phone call and touch it and it would email. And I was like, what do you think of that? I was like, that's pretty cool. And then he showed me another link where he had created that for everyone in our chapter. And we were all on one page. So we could just text that page to all our visitors and guests. And on top of that, then that phone number was given to the membership committee, who could then follow up. Our chapter grew to be the #1 chapter in the #1 region. And a lot had to do with the fact we were able to communicate and do proper follow-up. And then it started to eclipse people asking me more about digital business cards than printing. And it's about 2 years in of providing that as a service from our print company, which is Artistic Images. Get you a little plug there. It's that we just made it its own company, keep it a little neater, cleaner, streamlined, does one thing at one price. We thought it was important not to confuse people. I like things to be rather simple. And it's not like if you get this, and this for this price, you get everything for the one price. And it's fun. So let's be like McDonald's, let's serve 1 billion people and also get the affiliate link for you and do all the good work that you do through. Yeah,
Well,
I'm thinking of some of the stories I've heard you tell over the years, and they just get you right in your feelings. So
yeah. It just, I think one, what you just discussed is people spend all these monies on expensive CRMs and all this other stuff. And, with what you guys are doing, that can be eliminated, maybe not eliminated, but really easily controlled, because, you don't have to go and put all this stuff in. You get people within your circle that have my business for my card, and all you got to do is take and put it in your communications, and that's it. So, I mean, it's such a simplistic idea that is such a great idea.
and
So
so was the printed card, right? It was
yeah, and I mean, and the one thing about printed cards, how many times have you got home and all of a sudden you're like going, oh no, that card was in my wallet.
Or how about your pocket? And now it's in the dryer.
Yep. Card was in the pocket. Now it's in the dryer. Yep. Wife yelling at, what did you leave in your pockets now? Not that I've ever heard that before. It's like back in the days when I was a smoker, every time you would start the dryer, you'd hear something blowing around in there. It was my lighter. Every time. I washed more lighters than I think I've bought. So, but what are some of the things that people can attach to this, or what are some of the things that people are attaching to these that you are seeing an increase in their business that's helping them increase their business?
Anything that you can see on a format card can be turned on or off. So there's you can create contact form and fill in. You make the information in the contact form mandatory or not mandatory. Have as much or as little content as you prefer, and then it goes in the email. So realtors and so forth, they're using that to understand where their potential client is in the buying cycle. Like, are they 6 months out? Are they moving at the summer when the kids are out of school? That sort of, so they can customize those questions there. Or they might already have one like that. They can connect that from their website to the For My Card. There was this kind of makes me laugh because I've known this person since I was maybe 6 years old. So it's no secret what I do, and he knew it all its time, right? So I started For My Card. But last year, He got a For My card on a Friday afternoon, and he does mortgages. Saturday afternoon, he went by an open house because he knew the realtor that was there. He attached his mortgage application to his For My card and called us that afternoon, that Saturday afternoon, to say, I got 4 applications by popping into an open house, passed out my For My card to a few people. They filled out the mortgage application right there from his phone or their phone. So those, I love when people let us know these stories, and that's kind of cool how we get on board with people to make it more simplified. And we can imagine if you had someone that popped on a screen like this and said that was really there, not AI, just really interacting with you to walk you through any of the new things anytime you opened a new account anywhere. I'm trying to get my driver's license renewed, and they told me I've got to download this app and then do this information.
Oh,
I'm stuck. I hit a wall. I can't get past this. They keep telling me I need another authentication. I would love for someone to pop up and say, hey, let me help you with that. But then we build, this huge network of people that we are able to refer business. Some people do some really unique things, right? It's the only one I know that does, particular things. And then I can make referrals. And then because we got to know each other like this, hasn't the world opened up? I mean, 2020, people are like, the world shut down. But doggone it, I feel like it opened up. I have friends all over the planet now that I otherwise wouldn't have known.
While I would never want to go back to 2020 with all the horrors that we that we lived in 2020, there were some great things that happened because of COVID. I got to meet people like you who I probably would have never met. Networking really opened up, and it really made a huge difference in business and just friendships. Even, I mean, I enjoy having conversations with you. You and I've had conversations outside of work, and that's something that I really, really like.
That's right.
You
Yeah.
do offer a For My card networking program.
Yes, we host networking twice a month, and it's the second and fourth Monday. So the second Monday is at 1:30 p.m. Eastern, and on the fourth is at 7:30 p.m. Eastern to accommodate those friends and relationships that have been built at different time zones, and then bringing people together that way. And we also have hosted some in person. Got one Friday, and it's that just kind of just sort of happened. We've got this. It's not easy for me to say. Is it fourth Friday of every month? So it's yes, it's been really wonderful. And having people that have had similar experiences or able to help, whether it's in business or your personal life, that you can really connect with. They don't necessarily have to be in the same state. They can be in another country.
Yep. And that was one of the questions I was going to ask. This can work for people outside of the United States, yes?
Absolutely. That was kind of exciting seeing it take off in different pockets in different areas in the UK and Finland. And the one that really surprised me though was Japan. I never thought, because they have a whole custom, many customs in their culture, but one of them is passing a business card. And I thought, well, they're not going to go for this at all. So that was kind of fun. There's a meeting in Japan, and once a month they speak English, so they welcome English speakers to there, which is amazing. The old joke: if you're bilingual, you speak 2 languages. If you're trilingual, you speak 3. If you speak 1 language, you're American.
Yeah. Hey, I like that. And if you speak none, you're a podcast host. So that's that kind of works for me. I think the work that you do is so fantastic. What are some of the things that you have noticed in which you've got what are some of the things that you've experienced, you've had to deal with people with PTSD in your recent past? What are some of the things that you could tell people about some of the experiences that you've had?
Yeah, some of the people that I've gone away and come back and then completely rocked, they didn't know where to go.
Mm-hmm.
And once I could get a friend of mine to go, I said, just please come with me to the American Legion. Talk to some of these older gentlemen that they have experience, and somehow they've gotten past some things to manage. We don't get over these things. We get on with these things. They become part of who you are. but how you can manage it, and it's living's hard. This is not for rookies. It's not for the faint of heart. But yeah, definitely get people around you. Say it to somebody, because I think I even, and I've not been in a war torn zone type thing,
No.
but I've gotten into these mental states where I can't tell anybody. But once I did tell somebody, you know what? Yeah, hey, how are you? And I go, been kind of a struggle lately. And usually it's fine, fine. Everybody's fine. It's fine. It's all fine. But sometimes, having that vulnerability and being real human, that can be the first step. It's we're in it together. Don't feel alone.
Carolyn, one of the things that you and I did discuss is that as somebody who is trying to be a caregiver and trying to take care of a loved one or a friend who's dealing with PTSD, you yourself need someone to, talk to, scream at, whatever it is. We have to be really, really careful for ourselves. The old saying, put the mask on yourself before you put it on the next person. That's really very, very important that we talk about are the caregivers, because a caregiver can get burnout real quick.
Yeah.
Talk to an EMT, talk to a doctor, find out how easily they get burned out because they're dealing with other people's problems every minute of every day. And so what are some of the things that you do for yourself little bit of hey, I love you? What are some of the things that you do?
And I remember years ago, my friend, when he moved from here, and I'm in South Georgia, so LA, and he met someone that told him she was a breathing coach, and he kind of thought that was funny and put it out there on Facebook. And another friend said, well, did you tell her that you write about fake football? Because he wrote about fantasy football for the NFL. Everybody got a chuckle over it, because you showed up on the planet, you've been breathing, but it really does help.
Mm-hmm.
Taking those deep breaths and holding it in for a little bit, letting it out slowly. Meditation, I'm still I can't tell you I've mastered it by any stretch, but I still give it a go. And I was raised with faith, and that's so important and has helped me through so many things. Not just having my own belief, but being in a community with other people of faith. So the great church community, and it it feels too weird for you, a little bit at a time, kind of thing. And look at it as a history, a stories in history, and check out the this person, what they did on the planet while they were here, and some people have taken that approach, because they're staunch non-believers, but then by the time they got finished studying it to try to prove their points, they tend to,
the most important thing about that is that never it's healing is like opinions. Every single one of us has a different way to do it. Every single one of us has a different opinion, and we just need to allow people to heal and be very, very acceptable, accept how they choose to heal.
Exactly.
And we tell people all the time, Carolyn, where you may use religion, I may choose to use THC.
Or go to the gym, or to
right,
knitting.
go to the gym, sit there and listen to a book. whatever it is. That doesn't make either one of us right or wrong. It just doesn't. It makes us what we are, and that's people. And it gives us the power to understand our own mind and heal our own way. And so I greatly appreciate you bringing up the skeptic, the skeptic part of that, because it's very important that I don't care what religion it is. Religion is a very, very, very powerful emotion and thought in someone's head, no matter what religion it is. A lot of like you said, you were raised into belief, and it's a huge part of people's lives. And we cannot take and smash on somebody because, well, I don't believe this.
Correct. You're not going to see me going around telling people
Big deal.
to do it my way.
Yeah. Big deal. I don't believe a lot of things that would upset people, but that doesn't mean that it's wrong for them. So
I'm really grateful to you for doing this each year and bringing the awareness of the suffering of people, that particularly our veterans. We lost one in our community recently, and it was, it was suicide, and it rocks the whole community. And you think, what could I have done? And so those of us that are out here on this side of it saying, what could have been done differently, and how could we help? So please tell somebody something. Try to get through it.
No. One of the things that we're doing today is we're asking you to share our efforts. Make sure that you tag 4 friends and 1 nonprofit. Okay. Tag 4 of your friends and 1 nonprofit, and you will be entered every time you do it, once an hour. Every time you do it, you'll be entered in to win that trip to Cancun, thanks to our great friends of sharing the credit. But share this information, because that one person that was lost in Carolyn's community could have been helped by somebody that's going to be on this program today. We're not guaranteeing anything, but our true hope is that we can touch the life of one person, of that person who needs help. Hearing Carolyn's story, hearing what she's doing, For My Card could actually make somebody's life so much easier that it gives them a little bit of hope. It sounds weird, but it's true. You don't know what's going to set somebody off. So make sure you share our message with your friends today. And who knows, maybe you'll get rewarded by going to Cancun. That doesn't sound bad, does it?
Would not hurt anybody's feelings that I know.
Yeah. It's actually kind of funny because I recorded this video where, and we were going to go out and record the video anyway, but it just so happened I woke up to 7 inches of snow. So I'm out there shoveling snow, and we decided to record the video there. It was like, yeah, Cancun definitely sounds a heck of a lot nicer than this does right now. So, but Carolyn, I want to thank you so much for being part of the family. I want to thank you so much for the 1-year donation of a For My Card. And please make sure the QR code right above Carolyn's head, there's a link into the silent auction. So go into there, bid on that. You can bid on the Yeti, you can bid on the tool backpack. There's so much more that I got to get those added today. But there's so much more on there. And every time, every winning bid is going to go to support the 9 different veteran help support systems that we're working with today. So, but thank you so very much, Carolyn, for all of your support and for everything that you do for me personally and for Community Pay It Forward. I can't thank you enough. You're a great person, and I would invite everybody to please make sure to reach out to Carolyn, use her For My Card, reach out to her and talk to her and get to know her. You're gonna, yeah, and you can do that by her card. It's that simple.
I was like, treat me like it's the 1900s and you can call me.
Yeah. So, that's one of the other
past
great
you to
tasks
support
to
our
support
healthy
heroes
heroes by rocking some amazing t-shirts and hoodies. Every purchase helps vital programs for our heroes, making a real difference in their lives. And here's the exciting part. You can become a sponsor and have your logo added to the merchandise. Imagine your business or organization being proudly represented on apparel worn by supporters everywhere, while showing your commitment to our heroes. These are more than just shirts and hoodies, they're a statement of support. So grab yours today and join us in making an impact. To sponsor or order, visit www.community-mission-for-healthy heroes. Please help us build healthier tomorrows for our heroes today.
We are talking a lot about the mission for Healthy Heroes for a reason, and it is because we are 1 month away. And I want to thank Carolyn Williams for her donation. Again, you can get your own For My card by going to My For My card, finding the spot that says get your own card, go there, and then a portion of your purchase will go to support the program, that you want to support. Carolyn's been with us now for a little over 2 years, and I greatly appreciate everything that she does to support us. She is fantastic. This has become something that's been very, very special to me. I started this not because I'm a veteran, because I am not. I am not a veteran. I rode with the VFW Warriors because my grandfathers fought in World War II. My life has been affected by veterans. And if you wake up every morning in this wonderful, wonderful United States, your life has been affected by veterans. Less and less of them are waking up in the morning because they are deciding to end their journey. They're coming to find out that things have become more difficult for them, and they've come to the end, and they no longer know who they are or what they can do. And we need to do something better, and we need to talk about it, and we need to get together to see how we can help them. You can help us continue to do this by scanning the QR code in the corner and joining our mission. You can also enter there, donate there, and be entered into the wheel of giving. Every $10 donation, you get your name on the wheel. Every $10 is a chance to win prizes. You can also help us by donating prizes to the wheel of giving. Have to do is just reach out to me. You can do that through this QR code. Please donate, please sponsor, please help us out. Look, this is a mission, quite frankly, it's too big for just one person. We need you. Hello everyone, my name is Zach Clayton, and I need your help for an upcoming event called Mission for Healthy Heroes. This 4th year of our 22-hour podcast is happening on February 22nd, 2025, and is dedicated to tackling one of the most pressing issues facing our critical country and community heroes today: suicide prevention and mental health. We're bringing together experts, advocates, and individuals who live with experience to have an honest and impactful conversation about challenges our heroes face and how we as a community can help. For our communities,
These tragedies often stem from complex factors like mental health challenges, including PTSD, depression, and substance abuse, family strain, and feelings of isolation when transitioning to civilian life, career stressors like financial instability or workplace difficulties, easy access to firearms during moments of crisis, and systemic barriers like the stigma around asking for help and gaps in support systems. This is a problem that needs us all, professionals, advocates, families, and communities working together to find solutions. That's why I'm reaching out to you. We're looking for guest speakers to join this important conversation. Whether you're a mental health professional who works with our heroes, family members or spouses who understand the challenges of this complex family lifestyle, advocates or nonprofit leaders supporting our heroes, researchers or policy experts working on systemic solutions, or a survivor who can share your personal story. We need to hear from you. Your voice and expertise could save lives by helping us shed the light on these issues and explore meaningful solutions. If you are interested in participating, know someone who should be part of this discussion, please reach out to me directly. You can use the information found right below me or by scanning this QR code. You can sponsor, you can volunteer, you can speak, and you can save lives. Because together we can create a powerful conversation that drives awareness and action. Let's honor our heroes by supporting them when they need us the most. Thank you for watching this short video, and thank you for caring about our hero community. Let's work together to make a real difference. I look forward to hearing from you soon. Thank you. Again, scan the QR code or use the information below, and let's make action count.
Now let me try this unmuted. Where our next guest is going to be Wendy Lyon, who has joined the program as a community pay it forward partner, giving partners. So every time that you utilize Wendy's vast knowledge when it comes to helping you through financial pains, you can really understand that she knows what she's talking about. As you'll hear, Wendy's went through some things that, look, they're just terrible. They truly, truly are. She's went through some things that you would never wish on people that you don't like and you don't respect. And it's a very, very sad story, but she's a very strong person who has picked herself up, dusted herself off, and done some wonderful things to help out a lot of people. And without going any further into this, I would like to introduce you to my friend, my sister in giving, Wendy, the Financial Lion. Finally, we get to redo this interview. We did a wonderful interview a couple weeks ago, and then somebody's computer wasn't working well. One of them, I don't know. But the fact is, they didn't work together, and you heard your beautiful voice, Wendy, but most of the time you were sitting there frozen. So, I mean, hey, the news does it all the time. They put a picture of somebody up there, and, but I didn't want to do that to you, so I wanted to get this done. Joining us today is Wendy, the Financial Lion. How are you doing, sweetheart? Oh, look, Zephyr's here.
Who's that for? Dog?
Yeah, my Financial Lion.
I thought I was looking for another face on the on the Zoom.
He's the one who
I'm doing
takes
really
up my
well. I'm doing really
finances.
well.
So she's one of them. Uh, Wendy, you have a very, very specific goal in mind, and it's simple. Can you tell
Yes.
us what that goal is?
I want to help as many people as I can achieve financial freedom and end poverty in America within one generation. Not too big a goal.
Yeah, yeah. And
Not
and
too much, not too much to bite off, right?
right. Well, hey, you know what? When you join the family, our goal is to help everyone. If you're going to
Right.
dream, we're going to dream big. All right. We're not going
Yes.
to put
Yes.
limitations on ourselves.
Yes.
Is this possible for everyone, Wendy?
I believe so. A lot of people think that, well, first and foremost, I'll just tell you a little bit about me and why I do what I do. I was widowed when my husband, he was only 24, died in a motorcycle accident. We had two little girls, 1 and 3 years old, and we had a whopping $20,000 in life insurance. And that was 6 months of his salary. So just for easy math, if he was making 40,000 a year back then, and he was going to work for 40 more years until he was 64, 40 years times $40,000 is $1.6 million. That was the economic impact on our lives when we lost my husband. So, what I try to tell people first and foremost is it's your ability to go out and earn an income that first and foremost needs to be protected. Because once the cancer diagnosis or the disability, or God forbid, the death occurs, there's no do-over. And if you have wealth in other areas of your life, now it's going to be consumed to try to make up for that income that's been lost. So, first and foremost, protect yourself, protect your life. And they did a survey, and I think it was 86% or something of people thought that life insurance was way more expensive than it actually is. If you've ever seen the Select Quote commercials, oh, we found Susan, age 40, preferred condition, a 10-year term policy for $500,000 for $13 a month, or whatever it might be. That's so much more affordable than you think. And the thing that cracks me up is you have to have car insurance in case you have a car accident. You have to have homeowners insurance in case your house burns down, which we have two fires within 5 miles of our house today. So trust and believe we have homeowners insurance. But
California
we're
on
all going to
fire.
die. Everybody knows we're all going to die.
Yes.
Nobody's going to live eternally in this physical human body. So
And
why
Wendy,
don't
you
you have life insurance is the question.
yeah, and you and I are both very, very, we're wonderful examples of, and it's over. It's
Yes.
not, look, you are not promised anything past this second. You're not
Right.
promised anything.
Right.
Somebody was in my lane. They ran me off the road. I kissed a fence with my
Yeah.
skull, and it could have ended my life in a second.
Yeah.
Your husband died on a motorcycle.
Yeah.
And look, this is out there to all of us who love the two-wheel lifestyle and will never give that two-wheel lifestyle up. Look, you owe it to everyone to make sure that you have this. Being on a
Yes.
bike is a passion. I love
Yeah.
it. I still love it to this day. But damn it, don't get on that thing unless you can take care of your family when you're gone. We know that family is important to you. It's
Yes.
part of the culture. It's part of the
Yes.
lifestyle.
Yeah. So that's the foundation upon which we build wealth, right? And my favorite thing to do is I take my clients and I meet them where they are and take them by the hand, and we get you out of debt if you've got debt or a mortgage or whatever it might be. Excuse me. And then we can create wealth. And I love to turn my clients into multimillionaires, and I do it pretty routinely, and you'd be amazed how easy it truly is. And I'm not one of those people that you have to have, $1 million in assets and make $250,000 a year and, that kind of thing before I'll talk to you. I think everyone is entitled to superior financial advice. And for those people that do that, it's like 20% of the country owns 80% of the wealth. So you've just ruled out 80% of the country that you don't want to help. I think that's horrible.
Yeah. And again,
Yeah. Unnecessary.
again, we have, we want to help everyone. You want to help everyone. Uh,
Yeah.
one of the best reasons why you're now part of the family. Um, what what was it that how long did it take you from recovery to I know what I went through. I want to change people's lives because I don't want anyone else to ever have to feel what I felt.
Right. Right. Well, that's why I tell people I learned the hard way so you don't have to.
Mhm. Yep.
Nobody told me. I mean, even after I was widowed, 2 years later, I went back to school because I had to put on my big girl underwear. How am I going to support these two little girls for the rest of my life? And on the way home from school one day, someone hit me driver's side front. I almost died. I had my spleen removed, my liver was spliced, my stomach was spliced, I had broken, I mean, you name it. My surgeon said it looked like Freddy Krueger, from Nightmare on Elm Street, went through my insides. So here I am. I'm almost dead now. No one said, "Do you have a will? Who's going to take care of your kids? Do you have life insurance, Wendy?" No one said that to me. So when I got into this industry, I had no idea how much I didn't know. So that's why I try to get my voice out there as often as possible to tell people here are some very small, minor changes you can make that will have a huge impact on your future and on the future of your family. And they're, as I said, they're affordable. It's not out of your reach. I have, because I put insurance on all of my family. I wrapped all my grandkids in permanent life insurance policies. I insured my daughters, my son-in-law. I was like, no one is going through what we went through. I don't. So that's why I say we could end generational poverty in America in one generation if everyone just did this one simple thing.
What happened in COVID? What are people not understanding? Because if they would follow what you're doing, not only would they have life insurance, but they could also have something that they could fall back on. We were
Yes.
all sitting there so anxious because we needed that $1,400 stimulus to come in. And if we would just take and what is the magic pill that we have to swallow, Wendy, for people to understand that, you know what? The more and more we wait on people like the government, the more and more we wait and we look like fools as they're getting what they want. What do we have to do to convince people, look, stop and listen and let's get this done. Take care of yourself. Make sure you're taking care of your family. What do we have to do to drive this point home?
Well, you have to start, is what you have to do. And there's a saying that says, you can, you should, and if you start, you will. So you simply have to make that decision to start. And also, we don't want to have to depend on the government. Any government that can give you everything can also take everything away from you. So you want to be financially independent. You don't want to be concerned that, the government's going to shut down and maybe you're not going to get your check in the mail or whatever it might be. So just start. And, if you started saving $13 a month, 13, not 30, 13. If you saved $13 a month starting at age 20, you would have $1 million by the time you're 67. So that's what I mean by a little bit, a little change today can have a huge impact on your tomorrow.
Me being on disability, let me ask you this. People who work with you who are either retired or disabled, this money that they accrue, does that affect their disability? Does that affect their insurance? Does does the government start coming in and taking away money because, well, look at this guy, he's doing the good thing and he's saved up $100,000. We can cut, $75 a month from him.
Well, are you talking about would you have too much income to qualify for disability or something? Is that what you're saying? Because if you're
Yeah,
disabled, you're disabled.
it's what I'm asking is, being on disability, if I go and I get a part-time job as like a greeter at Walmart, but I work, 6 hours a week and bring home a check for $32, the government takes away 600 from my disability.
Wow.
Oh,
So
it's
they discourage you from working.
Well, basically what it is they punish you for working is what
Yes. Yeah.
what's true. So, I
Right.
mean, yeah, I would love to be able to go out there and do a part-time job just to get away from the monotony of doing what I do. Even though I love what I do every day, I would
Yeah.
love to go out there and do some things and work with people. But every time that it comes to it, I think, oh my God, if I get if I get a check for $200, that's going to cost me a thought, 300 a month,
Yeah. So it's
400
not
a
worth
month.
it. Yeah.
So, is there anything that is discouraging that way with people who are on disability or retirement?
Well,
Has
people
anybody
that
ever
are,
been penalized?
well, I will tell you this. Joe Biden was the deciding vote in 1983 that Social Security should be taxed. So if you make over a very low threshold, I don't want to pull the paper out right now because I'll go off screen, so I won't do that. But it's a very low threshold. I want to say for a married family, maybe it's 34 or $35,000 a year. Well, if you're living in San Diego where I am, you can't live on $35,000 a year. But if you pull money from a 401k or an IRA or something like that, that puts you over that taxable income threshold, now up to 50% of your Social Security can be taxed. And there's another threshold where up to 85% of your Social Security can be taxed. So what I do with my clients is I get your money into tax-free assets where you could pull 100,000 a year out of it, and it's not going to affect your Social Security taxation whatsoever. Now,
That's
that said,
perfect.
there's a new
Yeah.
sheriff in town and they've promised no Social Security tax, so hopefully that goes through.
Yeah, yeah.
But the
They've
key
also
is to
promised
have
to get rid of
money.
Social Security at
Yeah,
other times. So, listening to one and believing what any of them say. And again, I say it all the time. I don't believe a damn word any of them
that
say
anybody
because not
says.
a single one of them give a rat's ass about us.
Right, right. Well, I
So,
don't want to get political. I'm just stating the fact, what happened because most retirees or pre-retirees have no idea that
yeah,
their Social Security can be taxed. So
we
that is a big thing that I do is getting you into buckets where there is no tax. All of the income is tax-free, and that's paramount for retirement because you don't want to have to worry about taxes. We're in a very low tax bracket now. I mean, back in the 80s, it was much higher than what we're in now. But if you have money in a tax-free bucket, who cares what taxes go to? It's not going to affect you one way or another.
yeah. In which I really do. I think that is. I know that everything that I do, every decision I make, I have to decide or I have to look at, is this going to affect my disability? We were
Right.
going there. I had to take and make sure that we weren't going to be punished before we brought a child into the home to foster a child because I wanted to make sure that I wasn't going to lose money. I cannot get out there. I explained my situation to you today. I can't get out there on days like today and work a real man's job. I cannot do it.
Yeah.
Physically, I can't do it. And so, if bringing in a foster child would have screwed us in any way, I have to be very careful about that. So that's the
Yeah.
reason why that question came about. But like you just said, there's always ways to do that. So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
that's
There are
fantastic.
ways around it. Yeah.
Um, you are you're really, really good at what you do. You also are a podcaster. You do a lot of live speaking events and stuff like that. What do you if somebody's looking for if somebody wants to focus on one certain subject, when should your name come up? What is that subject?
I want my financial future as financially free as it can be. I want to be sleep at night and not have to worry about it. I want to make sure that my money is only growing and that I won't ever lose a penny. I want to
Well,
create a legacy for my kids. I want to do college planning. I want
yeah,
to do business succession planning. How do
and I
I,
want I and one other
any, if it
thing,
has to do with money,
yeah, you also want to prepare for the unexpected that is going to happen, because unexpected is going to happen,
Oh,
because
yeah.
along with everything that you already talked about, your husband and yourself both lost your careers on the exact same day.
Yes. Yes. That's what I really want to encourage people because my husband that I married in the year 2000, we both lost our incomes on the same day, not once, but twice. And once our home was part of my husband's compensation. So we both, not only did we lose incomes, but we lost where we lived as well. So I really try to encourage people and say, if we could come back from that, from nothing, and by doing what I recommend to my clients, I don't recommend anything we don't do ourselves and secure our retirement, then how much more could I secure yours starting with something? So what I love to do for my clients is I don't sell products because that I don't do that. But I do put them in vehicles that are going to get them where they want to go in the style that they want to arrive in. And I grow their money exponentially so that they can do exactly that.
I think maybe you and your husband need to work on different shifts. That's for damn sure. So,
Well,
I,
one time we just can't both work for the same company is the problem. We both
yeah,
were with
yeah.
the same company, so yeah, that can't
Yeah,
happen.
you're a brave person. I couldn't imagine. So I know there's no way in hell my wife would want to have to deal with me at work as well as at home. There's just not a way
Oh, that's
she
funny
would
because I
want
was
to be.
actually my husband's boss. I was running the company and I hired him.
For in which, they weren't so nobody was supposed to know this, even though it was a terrible secret. My son was dating his supervisor for a long time. They were living together and everything. Not like you can really keep that hidden too much, but yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and so, but that was always a worry that they had as well. But thank God he got promoted and she got promoted and into a different area. So it worked out great for them. But he goes, Dad, I don't think I could deal with that stress anymore. And he's still a young guy, and I'm like, yeah, well, I can understand why. So
Right. Well, my husband, what happened, I ran a company. I expanded it from the UK to the US, grew them from 2,500 a month in sales to 100,000 a month in sales in only 6 months' time on a $99 a month advertising budget. So I should have been in the will, but his dream was to build a home on the island of Mallorca and retire. And I got him there. He built his home, and then our contract ended. So that's what happened.
you're hired.
Right.
Yeah, and we're not quite at 25,000 yet, but you're hired. All right, we can get there with a little bit of help. So.
Well, I'll help you any way I can. You know I will, Zach.
Well, I know you will. And that's one of the great reasons why I love having you on board. You were such an intricate part of a miracle of a community that cares. And you've been a huge part of the family networking and being involved. One of the things that you love to talk about, and you are very, very passionate about this, and I know that we have very limited time, but this is one of the things that we discussed at
And the
extended.
original, yeah,
Yeah,
the original interview.
yeah, an
Yeah.
extended conversation was about trafficking, and it is
Yes.
something that really it's a point of not just interest, but point of passion for you.
Yes. I read an article back in 2006 about a pastor and his wife who went to Tijuana, which is just over the border here from San Diego, and they wanted to see how easy it was to buy a child. And they were in the red light district for about 30 minutes, and a sex trafficker came up and offered them a 2-month-old baby for only $20. And when they turned around in just horror, of course, and disgust, he thought they wanted to barter. So I had 5 little grandkids at the time, all little blonde hair, blue-eyed grandkids. And I thought if anyone ever took one of my grandchildren, I don't know what I would do. So I just thought, there's a way to find out what your purpose is on this earth. And one of them is what angers you the most. What do you have the most passion about? And I have a tremendous passion about rescuing children from the sex slave trade. It's horrific. It's absolutely horrific. A child is trafficked for sex every 30 seconds. And excuse me. So I've been actively raising my voice, raising funds, and raising awareness of this long before, the Sound of Freedom movie came out and all that. For years, people weren't even aware of it. And I think that's probably why it grew to be, it rivals the drug industry now as the biggest crime in the world because you can sell cocaine once, but you can sell a child 19, 20 times a day.
Yeah.
So
And
it's
and
just horrific.
and one
Absolutely
of
horrific.
the things that we were trying to make a huge point, and I will die on this hill. This is something that if you pick your eyes up off this damn thing, when
Yeah.
you're walking into a store, you can stop trafficking. You can see people who are sitting there and scoping out the single moms.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can see people who are sitting there and following people around who obviously have no reason to follow somebody around. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Open your eyes and you can
Yeah.
stop a lot of this.
Yeah.
But you don't have to say, hey, mister, stop doing that. You can call somebody in the store and say, can you do me a favor and help get this lady to safety? I think there's something going on.
Right. Right.
There are
Well,
things.
they do advise don't try to intervene because the boy or girl that's being trafficked might get beaten or something if you try to take them away from their trafficker. You don't want to put yourself in that kind of danger. These are not nice people. So you want to call the police or call, a hotline or whatever it might be, but don't try to intervene yourself and try to take them away. As much as I would love to be able to do that, they law enforcement really does recommend against that. Just call them and let the experts
A lot of
get
these
it and
bait
handle it.
kits are
Yeah.
out there, and they're out there because the traffickers are telling them, look, if you don't do what I say, we're going after your family. And they're
Oh
not
yeah.
they're not
Yep.
joking about this.
Oh no.
They do
Oh no.
study. Look, eh, criminals, it's an unfortunate fact. Criminals are not dumb, okay? They're not moral, but they're not dumb.
Yeah.
They study, they know what they're doing, and they've
Yeah.
got it down to a science.
Yeah.
They're not making all this money on, hey, you know what? I think we're going to try this. No, it's
Yeah,
not a,
right. Right.
you know, this isn't a crapshoot. They're out there, they know what they're doing.
Oh, they know
So,
what they're doing. Yeah, and they brand them like they're cattle.
you know,
So they know whose
and
body belongs to what trafficker. Yeah. It's
and
just
then
it's so inhumane. It's
it is, and the one other thing that I would like to tell somebody, and we made this point, is that if you have a chance to go and listen to somebody who's been trafficked, if you
yeah.
get a chance to listen to them speak, please do it. Please do it.
Yeah.
Because it's
Yeah.
something that's going to open your eyes and it's going to change your life. If you know an organization that's out there that deals with trafficking, please support them because I want you
Yeah.
to listen to this. And this is something very important. This is the way that we see it with domestic violence as well. If somebody's in a situation where this is where they're at, but they're
Mm.
getting beat up, they're getting trafficked, they're getting whatever. And when they get rescued from that situation, but the downfall is they start here. They're not going to stay here. They'll go back to where they at least
Yeah.
have a place to live and close every
Yeah.
once in a while. They're going to go back to where their life was, as
Yep.
disgusting as this is,
Because yeah,
a little
but
bit
it's
better.
security for them. It's what
Yeah,
they know. Yeah.
yeah, because
Yeah.
look, nobody wants to regress to get better. So please make sure that you're out there promoting and protecting and just supporting organizations that help people to
Yeah.
get to at least here. Because if they're here, they're not going to go backwards. Okay.
Right.
So that's one of the reasons why, Wendy, that's the reason I started Community Dare to Care because I had too many friends, female friends, who are in situations, well, I don't even have a pot and pan to my name, and I'm supposed
Right.
to try to be out here living my own life. Well,
Right.
I'm going to go back and what happens when they go back? They get hurt even worse. You
Yeah.
know,
Oh yeah.
the apology and the pain comes on. So
Oh yeah.
please
Oh
make sure
yeah.
that you support anybody like that. But
Well, if I may, I'm an ambassador for Life, and the organization is Life Outreach International. They have homes in Eastern Europe and in Russia and in Thailand. In Thailand, the average age for a trafficked child is is 5 years old. You can buy a child for $2 in Thailand. So for $128, they will go in and reach, rescue, and restore the lives of these precious kids. And if
children,
you wanted to donate to them, it's lifetoday.org, and you can donate to Rescue Life.
yeah, children of the age of 10, 12, 13 years old are like currency there. Hey, it's disgusting, but
Yeah, yeah.
I'll never understand it, but I
Well, it's
will make
greed.
sure that we do
It all boils
everything.
down to lust and greed. That's all
Yep.
it is. Lust and
So,
greed.
Wendy, how do people get a hold of you?
Well, right above my head, you can see the financiallion.com/schedule. So if you want to get on my calendar, book like a 30-minute intro call. I love to connect with you and see how I can help you in any way I can. Even if we don't do business together, I'll see if I can refer you to someone, introduce you to someone, whatever I can do to help you. I promise your life will be better because I was in it.
Yeah.
I'll
And
just
you
say that.
And as we've mentioned, Wendy is also a family partner. She has joined the Community Pay It Forward program. So anytime that you do business with her, you're also going to be support somebody that you care about. So you can
Yes.
go to Community Pay It Forward and just look up the Financial Lion, look up Wendy, and her name will pop up and you can do business with this wonderful woman. You're going to be able to find her on LinkedIn and everywhere else. Wendy, I want to thank you so very much. I'm glad that we got through this. There were no glitches so far. I don't want to talk too much about it, but I think that we got this one in the can.
Awesome. Awesome.
So,
Well, if we need to do it again, it's fine with me.
and
I
you
don't
know
mind
what? I
spending
just
time with
figure
you
we're going
at
to do
all.
this again over and over again because it's a hell of a lot of fun. So, but thank you so very
All
much.
right. Well, thank you so much, Zach. I really appreciate you and all that you're doing. You've created an amazing community. Amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah. Good job.
Introducing Shop, Click, and Pick, the simplest way to support those doing good in communities everywhere. We understand that shopping is a necessity, but with a slight adjustment, you can make a huge difference without spending any extra money. Here's how it works. Please visit communitypayitforward.us and navigate to the Find Your Partners tab. Discover our verified giving partners, which are trusted allies ready to meet your needs. Shop with any of the partners that resonate with you. Click a picture of the receipt or invoice, then pick the mission partner you wish to support and use their QR code to send the receipt directly to us. After that, all you have to do is sit back and enjoy your purchases, knowing that you've made a meaningful change for someone in need. Community Pay It Forward amplifies your business's impact by sharing the story of those who require your services, rallying support for those who need us all. Because no one needs to go it alone when we all come together. I want to thank Wendy for joining Unawale, Norwal. My okay. Sorry, just got a funny text. Anyway, I want to thank Wendy for joining us, and I also want to thank Carolyn for being here again this year. I guess I put something out there that Carolyn was going to be on the show today, and she called in a panic due to the snowstorm. They're having some travel issues, and she was like, "We're supposed to meet today," and I'm like, "No, we're okay." So I'm glad that everything worked out. I want to thank you for joining us. Please click like, click share, click follow, click donate, click shop, click and pick. Our goal is to try to help people out there, folks, because people are out there who need our help. And every single one of us has a story to tell, and that story can save someone a lot of pain and a lot of sacrifice. If we just put our heads together, we can do amazing things. And that's the reason why we need your help. Hello, my name is Zach Clayton with Community Pay It Forward, Community Dare to Care, and the PAC channels. I'd like to take a real quick minute to tell you why we have created a mission for healthy heroes. First responders are our everyday heroes, rushing towards danger when others step away. But behind the bravery lies a silent struggle with mental health. Research shows that 85% of first responders experience mental health challenges, like depression and PTSD. These conditions are significantly more common amongst them than in the general population. Did you know that 35% of police officers and up to 24% of 911 dispatchers live with PTSD? And tragically, first responders are more likely to die by suicide than in the line of duty. In 2017 alone, 103 firefighters and 140 police officers died by suicide. In comparison, 93 firefighters and 129 officers were killed in the line of duty. These numbers are heartbreaking, and they highlight the urgent need for mental health support. Yet many remain reluctant to seek help due to the stigma, concerns about confidentiality, and fear of career consequences. Mental health matters. Support our first responders. Together, we can make a difference. Join us on February 22nd for a mission for healthy heroes. Visit communitypayitforward.us/mission for healthy heroes or use the QR code above to become a sponsor today. My name is Zach Clayton, and I hope you join us. Thank you. We do desperately need your help. Please scan the QR code above and join us, and let's make sure that we're taking care of our heroes. Look, these folks are out there every day. They're out there a good majority of their life. They're trying to make a difference for us. Let's put our efforts together to make a difference for them. Okay? My name is Zach Clayton. I am the president and founder of Community Pay It Forward, Community Dare to Care. You have been here with me for Community Impact. I thank you for this. Again, please like, share, do all those fun things. Let's get our numbers up. We finally broke 100 on YouTube, which is, it's a small thing, but it's a large thing. Okay, because that shows that you guys are interested in what we're doing, and that means a lot to me. I'm never one who looks at the numbers as they come by and say, oh, there's this person or, whatever. I have faith that when someone needs to hear the story, if we put the story out there, they're going to hear that story. So please help us by sharing this episode and every episode of Community Impact, of Footprints Forward, and all the other goofy stuff that we do, like Mission for Healthy Heroes on February 22nd, the 22-hour podcast. Use this QR code. Get involved now. Please, we need your help. 22 hours to fill. Unless, of course, you want to sit and listen to me for 22 straight hours, and nobody in their right mind, I don't want to listen to me for 22 straight hours. I really don't want to listen to me for 22 straight hours. So please, use the code. Let's get the hours filled up. Come and tell us what you got. Let us support you. Let us support your program. Let us tell the story about what you do. Let us tell the stories of the experiences you have had. Let's make a difference, folks. If you're not helping someone, you're hurting everyone. No one needs to go it alone when we all come together. Please Make sure you love somebody out there because somebody out here loves you. Look, if you've got extra clothing that you are no longer wearing, put them in your car. It is cold out there right now. It is damn cold out there right now. There are people who can use the clothing that you no longer wear. Let's get them to the people who need them. Let's make sure that we're turning excess food into life supporting nutrition. Okay? Small steps, small things mean very little to us. Could mean a life to someone else. So please make sure that you love somebody out there because somebody out here loves you. Thank you very much for joining me. We will see you again on Monday for Footprints Forward as we relive more episodes of last year's show and we build up towards February 22nd for a mission for healthy heroes. My name is Zach. Thank you. We love you. Good night.
Show me the way. You wanna hold the heart of Sunset Boulevard. Bring me here, 'cause it's not quite clear to be a part of Sunset Boulevard.
At Confronting Domestic Violence, our mission is to provide real-time resources to abused families, including relocation services to help parents and children reach safety. We're committed to giving at-risk families a real chance to escape dangerous situations. You can support Confronting Domestic Violence by our simple program Shop, Click, and Pick. Shop with any giving partner. Click a picture of your receipt and pick Confronting Domestic Violence by scanning this QR code or visiting communitypayitforward.us and search by their name. Confronting Domestic Violence and Community Pay It Forward. No one needs to go it alone when we all